Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Airy Sky Rita's video blog. I'm Cofee Cofee. If you're new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe, thumbs up button. If you're a comer backer, welcome. So this is prepping part 3. So I tried to call my big brother. He wasn't in. And then I decided to email I messed my grandma too. So, but anyways, as a prepper, you must prep because we don't know what's coming down the pipe. And, like I said in part 2, you got Russia threatening to wipe out England for whatever reason, sanctions. I'm just hoping Russia is not stupid enough to use it, but if they do, well, you better be prepared. A lot of people don't want to be prepared. I saw a Star Trek episode where they were like 2053 or something. It was completely annihilated, and mankind stayed, but, some people got teleported to a church somewhere else, and it was just funny as funny could be, So, anyways, so as a prepper, you need to prep like your life depends on it, but it also got to basically make your own decisions. That's the funniest part of life, is to make your own decisions, So, like for me, I was telling um Higgins and the rest, you got to think about prepping over anything else because it's going to be really hard, you know. And to me, it's really hard. I, on the other hand, keep telling you guys keep on prepping because you need to prep canned meats, you need to prep water. Which gets me back to my prepping discussion on Waco. So these guys are sitting there acquiring like $200,000 in arms, including grenades, apparently. But then in prep for the leaders in Waco, Texas, Mount Carmel didn't prepare for powdered milk. Otherwise, the milk could have been used, but he didn't have running water, so that was one thing that they had trouble with running water. They didn't explain what happened to that one lady. I might look it up and just see. There's this thing, Oh, hold on. There we go. I wanted to find out more about this guy real quick. Or okay. Mm. So this guy's basically was talking. Okay. Mm. Okay. This is who I was. Hmm. Okay. So. Hmm. Okay. All right. So then it says here, right? Could you have involved in multiple incidents, physical and sexual abuse of children? His doctrine of the house of David, yada yada, multiple marriage and married single women in the branch, ruling elders failed to turn up any evidence, possibly because of the spiritual marriage of surrogate husband. Or reporting in sex. Oh yeah, I want to know about that guy. The FBI justification for ending the 51-day standoff was predicated on the charge that it was abusing children inside Carmel. So, that he fathered children with underage girls in the Branch Davidians. Yeah, in the hours that followed the deadly thing, Janet Reno told reporters specific information that babies are being beaten. However, after a session, public denied the charge and told reporters they had no such information. Child abuse. Alleged child abuse. The Justice Department reported the city's alleged sexual abuse and physical abuse. Legal scholars point out the ATF had no legal jurisdiction in the matter of child protection. Janine Buns is reproduced in ATF ad. They claimed that she fathered at least 15 children, various women and girls, and that she had 7 of these infants. Chris Wood and all marrieds of couples who joined the group who had exclusive sexual access to the women and girls. Thibodeau, a student or a statute, or he was either polygamous or he was guilty of rape. Potentially both. Okay. Mm-hmm. More than 12 children by several wives. Oh, wow. Led the team cared for 21 children survived the siege. 2-month investigation. Children released from ranch apocalypse. There have been victims of coercion, fear, intimidation, humiliation, guilt over aggression and power. Yep, same 2018. Let's see. Let's talk about the raid. February 28th, ATF raided Carmel Center. Ensuing gun battle resulted in the deaths of ATA agent 6 Branch Division. Shortly after the initial raid, the hostage rescue team took command of the federal operation because the FBI had jurisdiction over incidents, deaths of federal agents. Compound for the next 51 days, including telephone exchanges with FBI negotiators. As a standoff, he and his closest male associate negotiated delays so they could possibly write religious document, which he said needed to complete for his surrender. Yep, that's what happened. The FBI treated the situation as a hostage crisis. Janet Reno approved recommending FBI officials to proceed with final advice in the branch. Move the car, attempt to flush caress out stronghold, use CS gas. Compound with the aid of M28 combat engineer vehicles, which was equipped with battering ram. The course of the advance under fire service that remained disputed, barricaded inside. 79 perished in the ensuing blaze. 20 of these victims are children under the age of 16. 33 died of a gunshot wound to the head during the course of its final unknown whether he committed suicide or was killed. Steve Schreider, right-hand man, probably realized he was dealing with fraud, shot and killed, and then committed suicide with the same gun. The medical examiner reported 20 people, including the children under 14, had been shot, and 3-year-old had been stabbed in the chest. Wow. Wonder how many of those people are going to be basically going to, Voice of Fire. Timothy McVeigh and Terry Nichols cited the Waco siege motivation for Oklahoma City bombing, whose time coincided with the second anniversary of Waco, including the words Waco, the rules of engagement, Waco, a new revelation, Waco, the big lie, Waco, madman or messiah. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna look at these. These sounds pretty cool. The rules of engagement, the big lie. You see, I like watching these documents because it basically, created a radio podcast in the days, which is about death and life of Koresh and the Waco siege, and the recruitment of people living in Manchester and Branchville. Yeah. Waco, all sorts of ways, great Brixton cult leader. Netflix series called Waco and American Apocalypse. 3 episodes featured real, never before footage interview with surviving cult members. Wow. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. Mm. That seems like something to watch. But the thing is, you got to prep for these things because think of it. A lot of people, um, yeah, they flushed it out with supposed tear gas, and then after the tear gas, they turned around and the building went up. I remember that as a 15-year-old. So my name ain't Turtle the Corn Chip, you shit bird. It's actually Rita the polar bear. Stupid honey badger. So don't listen to him. But anyways, the point is you got all these things. You got to prep because you got the ATF, you got the FBI. People don't trust these government agencies. I mean, think about it. You got the Secret Service, you got the FBI, you got the NSA, you got all these people, right? And you don't trust them. I mean, Higgins said it once himself on the phone. You can't trust the government. Well, if you can't trust the government, then you don't deserve a paycheck from the government. Point the point is the American people need to realize that this stuff happens. I mean, look at 9/11. 9/11. What really happened in 9/11? So many conspiracies. Controlled demolition. Controlled demolition. Other people say other things, but think about it. Then you got this whole siege in Waco. This guy is, if they gave more time, do you think he would have came up? Maybe. They claim it was a suicide, but it wasn't a suicide. See, the government wants to cover their own tracks. I mean, think about it. Higgins is right about that because think of it. As a prepper, you're not getting all the true facts in the news. I mean, we don't know what Tildor would say psychologically about Waco, Texas, or Ruby Ridge, but it doesn't look good. That's the thing. And by the way, since I'm posting this again, Cactus Blossom's all female. She's not a pickle boy. Secondly, again, Tildor says gift card extravaganza. Yeah, no, he's just all talk. So, because I don't see anything in my thing, and I've told Tildor to email me time and time again, so we could literally talk about how to go about giving you, the viewers, the gift cards. with his help, but he's not even trying. So, I thought about doing a gift card giveaway once a month, beginning of the month, or, and have you guys email me to join the contest. And then I will put your name into uh, a random thing and I could share it with you. And whatever the random thing is, the gift card is given. There's only me and Higgins. So who would get the gift card? Higgins or me? Well, probably choose either or. But if we added Chloe, we added other viewers, Pee Wee, whatever, the gift card could be, sent. Thing is I'm not going to do a contest, because I've talked the time and time again about contests and what's happened in the past. The past is, you know, so, Higgins, me and Higgins, this was yesterday's thing. And he says, school's in session. School is in session. I mean, you have to prep, this was the other day, right? And the gift cards is a complete joke. I mean, literally, if you're going to basically keep posting this, people are going to stop the listening of the gift cards. But I'm thinking of doing one, soon, a gift card giveaway, maybe $25 gift card to start on Amazon. And, you guys can, one lucky viewer might get it, I mean, that might work, and I'm not trying to get subscribers. I'm just saying, this is something, because he says, do you anything? See, even Dinky said she'd want a gift card. Yeah. Fortunately, I might just do a thing, I want to see if there is any, let's see, is there a random number generator? Nope. Let's see, is there a thing? Let's look here. Wheel of names. Okay, cool. Let's see this random name picker. So let's see here. Well, I'm going to put Rita. I'm going to test this out. Pinky. I'm going to put my cousin Corey in just because. Corey. Higgins. Let's just put Tildor. I just want to play with this. How is Tildor spelled anyways? T or tell? Okay. Tildor. Just put Pee Wee. Kane. Got to throw Kane in there because he's a moderator. Kane. And let's just throw Chloe in there for good measure just to see, okay? Okay. All right. So. All right. So let's just do this screen share for a second, right? I want to show you. See, I could do something like this, right, for a gift card. Right? I just threw in some names, right? See, you got Pee Wee. Oh, Kane, Chloe. Oh, no. Kane and Chloe. All right. See? All right. So you guys are seeing this? Oh, yeah. It's pretty big. See? Okay. Let's spin it just to have a little fun. See? Spin. And the winner is, just to be funny. Well, that first try would be Dinky who would win. Cool. See that? We have a winner, Dinky. See, this would be perfect. Let's just try again. Higgins is like, I want gift cards. See, we could do this. Wheel of, Next one would be Tildor. Guess he'd be giving his own gift card. This is interesting. You see, it's funny, you just basically show it. I could do this, wheel of game. My cousin and cousin-in-law would get a gift card. Yeah, let's just, so isn't this cool? We could do this for a gift card at the beginning of the month. But you have to submit your email address to win. That would be the rule. So I'll talk to Higgins eventually about these rules. I just threw it in there. See, Tildor wants to give gift cards out. He's going to have to basically come up with an idea. Pickle boy. Cactus Blossom, the thing is about Cactus Blossom is they're not a pickle boy. That's the thing. And so, but you guys got to keep on prepping. Who the hell is this? Yeah, whatever. They want to follow me, they can follow me. I'll follow them too, just because. So, anywho. So, point being is, as a prepper, you must prep like your life depends on it, and these are ideas I come up with. So we can all be fair in the contest. Whoever wins, wins. I know, Kane, you didn't give me your email address, so, I was just showing you as an example. I know Dinkies, I know Higgins, so them two could probably duke it out for a gift card and it'd be fine, It would be fun, wouldn't it? Now, give me 1 second. I got to use the restroom. Grandma and Mugs haven't messaged me yet. So, anyways, I'm going to use the can and be right back, as they say, So, anywho, yeah, so I will be right back. So, So, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to empty myself yet again. You see, problem is I'm tired of Tildor's lies about gift cards, I mean, the one that you can really truly trust is Phil. He's always honest and he likes my channel, but you guys got to keep on prepping. See, I was going to help you guys out with your prepping sessions and give you a gift card so you can go buy a case of Spam or something just to be happy, but the problem is again, all you need is what? All I need is coffee and, yeah, there we go. There's a shirt. Pick it up for me. And polar bears? Yeah, well, I am a polar bear. That's why Higgins likes to poke me. So anyway, the point being is, as a prepper, you must keep on prepping. That's right. Prepping for the future. Yeah. So with everything going down, as a prepper, let me tell you my plan, okay? Because a lot of people don't know what's going on, okay, with me, all right? A lot of people say, oh, Rita, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, Boone, what's up, Stinker? Well, Stinker there is just sitting there sleeping again. So let me tell you all I need. Come on, Higgs, I can't even answer. Oh, yes, you see this? He sent me a t-shirt from Amazon, What is this? It's a throw pillow. Oh, yeah, I'll take that. That ain't bad. I'll add that to the donation list. Maybe I'll buy 2 of them next month. Coffee and polar bears. Higgins, you're a real tick turd at times, too. But thanks. I appreciate it. So, anyways, let me tell you. Well, see, these are wants, okay? What Higgins just sent me was wants, okay? All right. The needs are a different story, okay? Let me tell you. The manager knows my needs already, right? I need to have peace and quiet. All right, so one of the things I want to share with you all is, give me 1 second, I want to blow my nose. There we go. Works right here. Paper towel, sweet. I don't have to go far. Is the fact that, by the way, last night I ate a whole bag of chips before dinner, so, yes, they were corn chips. But anywho, I don't eat chips that often, so one of the things I want to share with you all is the American people, need to keep prepping because, it's going to get bad. I mean, you could live in your home for coronavirus. You can buy paper towels, toilet paper, dish soap, laundry soap, everything can be prepped. Or you could sit on your butt and do nothing. And then when the big show happens, well, what are you going to do? Go raid someone else's house for their foods? No. You see, as a prepper, you have to prep for all your life needs anyways. So, one of the things you need to prep for is like towels, right? I buy blankets, I buy towels, I buy, people say to me, how come it's so cold this year? I don't know. It's almost May and it's still fucking cold here. Father-in-law was telling me the other day, oh yeah, it's in the 70s here. Isn't that great? For you, maybe, but for me, it's fucking shitty, man. I mean, literally, you got, me, I the 10-day forecast, 52 in the daytime. It ain't even warming up. The hottest we're going to get is 62 on the end of the month. So that's the hottest. And then you go to my father-in-law, which, by the way, it's already nighttime there. And you look at the 10-day forecast for him, and what has he got? Mid-60s. That ain't bad. Then you got Zoe's area, Chicago, which, it's cold too. I mean, and then you got Higgins, who's 54 where he's at. We ain't going to give you the location. And, his highest is going to be in the 60s. So people say, well, how come it's so cold here? Well, I don't know why it's cold here. Feels pretty shitty in my opinion, but same time, you preppers out there need to prep for all occasions and situations, including but not limited to the weather. Give me 1 second. Okay, so as a prepper, you must look at the big prepping picture. What are you going to buy, and how are you going to prep for it? Okay, let me just tell you my thoughts. Okay, I'm going to send Higgins out eventually to go find me some affordable with great reviews, digital or analog to digital converters or some whatever they are. Okay, I'm going to set up a couple pocket TVs as an experiment for you guys. So, and I'm going to ask him to find me a digital antenna that sits in my window. So, why? Because I can. Why do I want it? Because I can. Now, point is, that's a prepping tactic right there. I tell Higgins what I need, he goes and finds it. Payday's coming up in 9 until 13 days. So Higgins gets probably a big gift card on payday. We already made arrangements anyways, but he could dig up what needs to be done. Am I being pushy? No. Why? Because every day is getting me closer and closer to the projects that need to be taken care of. Higgins and I can sit there and argue about pocket TVs, but what if one works? I mean, literally, what if I'm working on my treadmill and I want to watch a little TV? We can all set it up. Higgins and I can work together to set it up. I've already figured out how the UMA gets set up, so I'm good. I just need to ask Higgins to go dig me up one of those power strips, which the manager wants me to put one in the kitchen so I can have multiple plugs. Sounds good to me. Higgins can go dig me up a power strip. You've heard it from me, and Higgins is watching. So next thing on the list is prepping. All right. So what else do I need besides setting up a bunker where I can watch TV while this could be a cord cutting thing. Why am I doing it for you guys? Because if I can get it pulled off and we can find the right antenna, then you guys can cut corners completely, and you can only use you can cut all your streaming services unless you really need your streaming service. Yeah, Power Strip is one of these. Let me show you. Power Strip is like one of these. See? Of course, Chloe needs a vacuum again. The other problem manager, So, you see that, right? That's with a surge protector. Yes, exactly. Surge protectors. So I'm going to have Higgins look it up for me. But the point is what am I prepping for? Okay, let's talk about that. My goals currently are towels. Yeah, you guys sit there and say, oh, you need towels? Why do you need towels? Because I said so. And the fact that my towels Pee-wee gave me went missing and Chloe doesn't know where they are. And the other day I found a clean towel and Chloe had another clean towel. So I finally said, where's my fucking towels? And she said, oh, well, I don't know. Really? There's clean ones right there. Oh, well, those are my... Really? Did you buy those? Well, no. Are those ones Pee-wee gave me? Oh, I think so. So I got to buy more towels because the son of a bitch wants to steal my towels. So prepping tool, towels. What else do I got to buy? Underwear and socks. I got to make sure I have enough underwear and socks. Meanwhile, another prepping tool that I got to buy is another box of those little doggy bags, doggy poo bags, which I can probably find myself. Higgins sometimes jokes, oh, can't you find stuff yourself? Well, what's the point of me doing YouTube and trying to find everything myself? See, what I'm going to do is buy something like these Amazon basic poo bags, see? And it comes with one of those little, one of those things. So I'm going to go donate this, right? I'm going to put this in the donation list so I can remember where it's at. So Amazon basic doggy poo bags. Yep, right here. So I'll buy those. Took us 3 years to empty 900 bags. So I need to get more. See, as a prepper, these are things that come in handy for walking the doggo. But at the same time, see, I already did that, so Higgins doesn't have to look for that. But, the point is everything I want to do, portable TV I want to do that for reviewing. And I also want to do it to show you guys, as a prepper, a portable TV can come in handy. I'd rather have one with batteries, though, AA, or Higgins knows my rules. The reason for it is because you don't want to have a rechargeable battery pack in anything, because the battery eventually will go, and then you can't use the damn item anyways. It's like these portable DVD players. Mama Fanny was talking about, bless her heart, she passed away. Mama Fanny literally turned around and said that Mama Fanny came about and, said, portable DVD players are good, but what if you can't charge portable DVD players up? You got to think about it from that point of view, right? Well, as a prepper, that's just one of the tips of the icebergs. So I got to get towels. You guys could sit there and say, oh, that's simple. I don't need pillows. I don't need blankets. I need towels. So towels are on the list. And then when I run out of journal space, I will get more journals. So the goals are, as a prepper, you got to prep for these items. I mean, literally, the more underwear you have, the more socks you have, you're better off. Now, some people don't like that, but you got to also say, when you're prepping, you don't want to spare your water. I mean, look at it. If you're going to be in a situation in a prepping thing where there's nuclear war or an EMP, you're not going to be buying milk, and you're not going to be making milk, because you're going to be basically having problems with making or getting your water. That's the main problem with buying beans and rice. My father-in-law was talking about rice the other day. Oh, you're a prepper. You should prep some rice. Then I turned to him and I said, prepping, yes. Rice, no. He says, why not? It's a great suggestion. I could recommend a person buy. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you guys something real quick. I'm not going to use the, but let me just do this. Okay, I'm going to do 2 items. All right, here we go. So, for example, say I want this, right? Brown and white. Okay, these are great, right? And then let's just open up. I'm going to show you these. I like white northern beans, right? There's pinto beans. There's white beans, navy beans. I love navy beans. Okay, let's just show you these prepping tools, okay? I'm going to go through the list, okay? Some of you guys watching this, you got to realize that you hear all these people and they're talking about like this, right? Long-term 40 pounds of grain rice, right? Organic, high in protein and fiber. Oh, yeah. Well, guess what? You can go spend $96 for this bucket of rice. But the problem is, for $96 is you got to allocate water for it. Think about it. I'm going to show you another few, but you get it. The theme's the same. It's the water. But if you want to basically stockpile got hundreds or thousands of gallons of bottled water to make your rice, and feel free to. But I don't think rice is a prepping tool that can be used. Rice and beans are only used for before the crap hits the fan. Otherwise, you don't need to do it. Now, I'm going to show you another thing. All right. How about this one? Again, the theme is, as a prepper, white rice. Again, you're going to buy this rice. Are you going to invest in $96.70 for 40 pounds of rice, which you could eat over the course of 3 months, but you may or may not have access to water? Think about it. An EMP blows out. That means you don't have access to anything. Let's just put it this way, jokingly, of course. Okay, I've talked to Higgins about this time and time again. I'm going to poke fun at the honey badger yet again. What am I poking the honey badger for? Because I can. But the truth is if you look at what I'm about to tell you, right here you go, pinto beans, right? Again, you can buy 24 pounds of beans, right? 4 gallons of 24 pounds. I think this is like, whatever, right? 14 pounds of beans or whatever. I don't know what it is. Okay, this is, 1 pail, right? And think about it. You can make a lot of beans out of this, but 24 pounds right there. But here's the question you got to ask yourself. you have enough water to do it. Then EMP comes out, right? If EMP comes out and you don't have a sump pump pumping into your septic tank, you're basically destroying the your pump, So again, you got to ask yourself, for $64, is it worth it? Or how about this one, $70 for white beans? Again, this is 20 pounds of beans, right? 20-pound bucket of beans. Yeah, that's not bad, right? But are you going to have enough water to make 20 pounds of beans? I mean, you can buy 1 pound of beans and you're still got problems. I know someone, that's why Zoe was talking about, already just add a little water. But again, the problem with some dehydrated foods or freeze-dried foods is it requires water. So what are you going to do when you have no water? You think you just, Higgins just thinks he's got enough water to supply himself for his toilets. But when that water runs out, what do you do then? I mean, literally, reuse these buckets and fill water up. But what if you don't have any water? What if the EMP wipes out everything, huh? You can't access Amazon. You can't access anything. I mean, literally, nuclear radiation, one of the tools I would highly recommend, and I'm going to put this in there. I told Higgins to find me one, yet he never did, and I'm going to show you it today. You can find them on eBay too, but apparently Higgins doesn't like eBay. So what you got to do is you got to look at something like this, okay? So I'm going to show you a couple links. I need to find out the cost, first of all. Right? So $57, people say, oh, well, So, you got to look at some of these items, right? And you got to look at the price. And so you got to look at what you're willing to spend, and then go from there. Because when you finally look around, all right, so this should be good enough. Okay, I got 6 different items. Okay, let me just start opening them up one by one to show you another prepping tool. You see, a lot of you people think, right, this is rechargeable, right? Rechargeable 5G cell tower, signal detector, home and off, and EMF inspection at ghost hunting. Digital electromagnetic field radiation detector. So we'll just pop that in there, So it tells you exactly what it does. Magnetic field, electromagnetic, RF function, you get EMF charging user manual, yada, yada, yada. Is this what you want? This will your field radiation detector. It's not bad price, but we don't know anything about it. So unless you, so we're just going to add that. So let's go to this one. So these are the tools you want to have on hand as a radiation detector. A lot of people sit there and say, well, why? Because if you don't have one, this is $57, you see? Logging every second into the internal memory. Chargeable battery. Again, it's rechargeable battery. That's why you got to get yourself a Faraday bag, because this will help you. But, some people think that nothing's going to happen to the world. So what's the point of prepping? I say that's, I'm just throwing it in my own thing. I'll have to have Higgins go through, Lower level radiation detective. Lower level, you see, Geiger meter. But you want something that literally takes batteries if possible, not rechargeable. Again, so again, you want a Geiger meter that will tell you exactly what you need. So I got like a couple more left to show you, but these are things that you need to look into. So, standby for 20 days based on 25% applicated widely used in home radiation, irradiation process, enterprise health epidemic, existing ionizing radiation. See, ionizing. So basically, whoops, that went to the Christmas list. Oh, my sister will probably think I'm insane if I put it in the Christmas list, but oh well, right? So besides having potassium iodide tablets, you need a radiation detector because The radiation detector will help you out in the long run. The higher the price of money, the more likely you're going to get something that will work, and will work right there, $168. You see, once you get one that really, really works, and it's like professional grade, Higgins can look it up too. He probably can find some better than me, but as a prepper, you need to basically get one of these and set up. $168. Now there's $128. I'm just choosing things with better, right there. 320 plus nuclear radiation detector, data recorder, beta gamma X-ray test. You see, it'll tell you exactly what you need, and it says rechargeable battery. So again, that's the thing. We need to find something that takes AA batteries. That's the thing. Back in the day, they had stuff took AA batteries, but what happened? See. So what you need something that will, here's a $118 one, last one. I'll have Higgins look up some, but these are the stuff that you need. It's not just about stockpiling weapons and ammunition, because, your weapons and ammunition might not be able to be used. And a lot of people say, oh, well, I'll just go into someone's house and this crap hits the fan and take care of their food. It won't happen if you walk outside and you're waddling down the street saying, oh, look, Kane's got groceries, no offense, and Higgins has got groceries, right? Now, Kane's probably sitting there thinking, well, why would the boss of my channel, or this channel I love, use my name? Let me put it this way. You think Kane and Higgins is stupid to go outside? No, they're focusing on what I got to say as a prepper. They're not going to sit there out there. They know if someone tries to go and kick in their door, they have rights to self-defense, but at the same time, how many stupid, hungry people are going to go out there? Next thing you know, there is blood pouring from their eyes and ears and nose because they're basically being internally cooked slowly because of the radiation. I mean, literally, this is why we call it a prepping channel, because you got to think about it. How many people turn around and talk about the radiation detectors? I mean, literally. I mean, any of you that live in Europe, Asia, north of the hemispheres, the northern hemisphere, I should say, not the southern hemisphere, north of the equator, should be prepping for any situation. I mean, it's getting a little device and keeping it on you. If nothing happens, at least you have a little piece of safety that you know that you can walk outside. If there is a 100,000 bombs going off and 250,000 missiles, at least you'll be safe because you'll have that device. But you'll also be listening to a prepper like me telling you, look, now let me tell you a story, okay? Let me tell you guys a couple stories. Today I'm going to go talk about something I usually don't talk about. And it isn't misinformation, but I want to share with you 3 channels on YouTube. We're going to go code name them. Higgins subscribe to them. I think Higgins sometimes is I love Higgins dearly as a brother, but I think, these people are freaking crackpots, okay? For example, let me just tell you one guy. His name's CP. 10 days for nukes. Nukes are going to hit us in 10 days because of Taiwan. Really? That's interesting to know. That's really interesting to know. I mean, look, 10 days, it's over. It's over. Really? You want me to tell you it's over? No. I'm telling you to keep on prepping because this guy's a fool. It's like Tildor once said. You can listen to some wannabe Trump-loving dillhole from north of America, and what do you get out of it? Nothing. You just hear doom and freaking gloom. Look, I am a subscriber to one guy who I like his voice because he is doom and gloom, but he's been completely off the record when it comes to his track record. This wadhead's the same thing, CP is. And then you got, others. So, for example, there's PP, right? PP. He talks about useless crap too. I mean, I just want, here we go. His latest channel. I haven't seen it in like a month. So, but for example, his latest topic, prepare to tighten your belt even more. Oh, really? Yeah, that's what I've been saying for months. But then again, people want someone who's got freaking short videos and has 100,000 subscribers that can give him super chats of $100, $200, $300, $400. Everyone lives on the super chats because that's how they make their money. I'm not asking for a damn dime. I'm giving you, so See, he thinks, this guy here thinks you're going to be penalized for prepping. That's bullshit. The fucking government basically is hunkered down in a bunker after a nuclear war or nuclear bombs went off. They're not going to be penalizing anyways. So, he's like all talking about these things, right? He's like prepping. But you know what? Everything he says is a bunch of BS. He's just another thug who's basically trying to put fear into you and thinks he knows everything. Thing is, no true preppers know what they're talking about. Now, the last prepper, he's always talking about prices. And you know what? I find that guy to be a complete wadhead too, because frankly, I won't subscribe to a guy whose videos talk about lying crap heads that he's trying to sell stuff in his damn store. Continue prepping like your life depends on it. Yeah, that's my that's my line. Prep like you have a pair of people because it's going to get worse. Major layoffs. The last time I checked, there is no major layoffs. These guys are coming up with lies, cheating, and steal. Kane, if you're still here, I got to run to the bathroom real quick, but I want to ask you a quick question, Kane. Maybe you and Higgins would like to answer me while I run to the toilet, if you don't mind. Do you think some of these other prepping channels are full of crap? Maybe I'll do a poll. Let's do a poll. What do you think today? See, the point is I'd like to get your guys' opinion. You see, the American people need to realize that as a prepper, you got to think and act. Okay, let me get the poll set up. See if let me get the poll set up for you guys, okay? So the point being is, I love all of you, you know that. My point is look around. You got too many preppers not telling what you need and not need. I've put in prepping lists for you. I've put in other things, So as a prepper, you need to basically prep like your life depends on it. Here we go. Start a poll. Do you think other prepping channels, I'm going to keep it clean, by the way, is full of crap? 1, yes. 2, no. I also got 2 other polls I want to do, okay? There you go. So, do you think other prepping channels is full of crap? There you go. You only get 2 choices. Higgins, of course, will probably say, oh, no, I think they're really great channels. I don't, because he thinks I'm jealous that they're making a living. That's not the point. Higgins always loses the damn point. The point is how many times have you gone to a prepping channel and they're talking about useless crap? I mean, look, I've analyzed the words today in the Russian thing. What do we get? We got nuclear war coming down the pipe. We got NATO being threatened by Russia if Ukraine joins NATO, because they're afraid, because then the NATO will march in and take care of everything that Putin claimed he annexed in Ukraine for his own damn thingies. And that is bad. And this is part of the Black Swan event. Then you got the banking collapse. A lot of people are saying, well, I was paying attention to this one prepper that has 100,000 views, Rita, but He doesn't talk about the banking collapse. He's like, oh, you need to prep. Prep for what? I've seen his videos in the past. I find him to be a old man curmudgeon that doesn't know what he's talking about. And then the other guy, he's like, oh, yeah, prepare. We're going to die in 10 days. We're going to die in 10 days. Really? He said we were all going to die July 4th of last year. That tells you what you need to know, people. You got a guy who claims he's a prophet and he's analyzing everything. Look at the technology my intel says. Really, my intel says keep on prepping. What do you want to hear? Do you want to hear some doom and gloom? We're all going to die like Homer Simpson screaming? Or do we really want to basically focus on what's important? And that is, the thing is, look what's going on in the damn world. Preppers need to unite. Preppers need to unite. And yet, there's not many preppers out there that will reunite because think about it. There's either people looking for the drama section of Chloe and me. There is no drama because Chloe's got 1 week left before she's got to freaking pack up. So she'll be out between Monday and Friday of next week. That means I have to rebuild everything myself. But that also means of other issues. As a prepper, you must prepare for the worst. And yet, you guys, all you think about is, man-made, oh, we're going to listen to this guy because he's got 100,000 subscribers and he's great. That's great. That's great. You want to believe on him? Fine. But I don't believe anyone who turns around and tells you we're going to die in 10 days. I would have freaking unsubscribed him and found a proper channel that's literally telling you, keep on prepping. Don't let up. And don't listen to some hilljack saying, and today on the news, we have more pricing. Somewhere in Texas, the pricing is 500 times more than anywhere else. Really? I just messaged my cousin Dinky and say, hey, how's the pricing in Texas? Oh, well, wood boards are expensive, but everything else is fine. So you got a lying sack of dung trying to fear and to tell you to buy his crap in his store. You got another guy telling you to buy his crap in the store. What am I doing? Nothing. I'm telling you, keep on prepping. How many people out there in the prepping community has heard from someone like me telling you just to make sure buy Geiger meter? I've looked over a lot of prepping channels over the years, and I got to tell you, they all basically suck. No, I'm not going to say anything more. I was going to be rude and crude, but you get the idea. They suck. Why? They're not telling you about Geiger meter. They're like, oh, you need to have all these guns and you need water. And you need to stockpile beans. Really? I heard a guy keep saying, you better have all your beans ready. Really? See, a true prepper would tell you after analyzing, after reading, after studying, beans is it's a good source of protein. But what happens if, hold on a sec, I want to show you this. You have no running water. How are you gonna no running water, no electricity to heat your crock pot to soften your beans overnight? You gonna put your beans in water overnight? Because once you do that, they still don't soften. Beans only soften with heat. What are you gonna do? Burn a can of propane in 2 hours, a little can of propane in 2 hours, or a 5-gallon can of propane in approximately 16 hours just to cook a pot of beans for 4 days? I mean, think of it. Your propane fuel is going to be expensive. How many times have I told you at the starting of my prepping channel, I was taking a lot of different information until I studied up on it and started focusing on the important things that's happened, and that is prepping. And when I started looking at the big picture, no one was talking about 2020. During the pandemic, World War III. No. You had a few occasions that, Biden gets in, we're going to all die. If Biden gets in, we're going to all die. Well, we're still alive in 2023. What's that tell you? 3 years later, who's the prophet here? A lot of people say I am because I prophesized the election. But the truth is we'll see what happens in 2024. But the problem is the American people need to realize, let's see what's going on here. Let's see how this plays out. Hold on, I gotta tell Chloe something. All right, so let me do something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, people, I'm back. I had to talk to Chloe for 1 second about something, but you see, as a prepper, thanks for tuning in, by the way. As a prepper, Chloe's like, "Oh, are you done? So I can get dishes done. You can do dishes while I'm doing long." But to make this more efficient, as a prepping thing, what is the channel setup for prepping in part 3? Yeah, so the problem is you look at these preppers, and a lot of you people out there say, "Oh, Rita, you're wrong." Really? If you like a guy who's threatening to say that we're going to die in 10 days, and I think you need to basically readjust your level of mentality because we haven't died yet. But there's a lot of people out there that, are, let's see. Do you think other prepping channels is full of crap? Yes, there you go. See, we got 1 vote so far. Thank you for whoever voted. Why? Because a lot of preppers out there are realizing that as a prepper, things are coming down the pipe. I mean, think about it. We are a prepping channel. I don't sit here and sugarcoat anything. I tell it like it is. Maybe that's why Kane likes my channel. Maybe that's why Higgins likes it. Maybe that's why Pee Wee likes it. Maybe it's like, you guys that came in here. Problem is all you need to do is keep on prepping, okay? Now, Tildor is basically signing and giving the alarms. Okay, let me tell you what I think of Tildor. Okay, first of all, I'm going to believe about 50% of what Tildor says is true. Okay, and that 50% is this: the black swan might fly, but everyone emails me all the time saying, "What is the black swan and how can we avoid it?" The black swan is a major event where something catastrophic happens, whether it be bank collapse, nuclear war, EMP, etc. Something that's so rare it won't happen but every few hundred years, okay? Unfortunately, for the preppers out there, as I said, Tildor is about 50% correct. Black swan could happen. But so far, people see Tildor's comments, a lot of people, and they message me and they say, "Oh, well, he's talking about gift card. How do we get on that bandwagon?" You don't. It's all talk. That's why it's 50% accurate. Second thing is when I analyze the the stuff, right? The words, the play on words, you got like Ukraine saying we're going to get you into NATO. That could be what triggers a nuclear war, a literally full on tactical nuke or strategic nuke. I mean, look, today's discussion was England was threatened again by being wiped off the map. NATO won't allow it, but they think, oh, if NATO, they could attack NATO preemptively, and then NATO's wiped out. You see, Russia doesn't want to play games. Russia wants to be the dominant thing, but North Korea is rattling its saber, you see, so you got to look at North Korea too. But at the same time, you're turning around and looking at China, who's cool as a cucumber, going, but look what the preppers are telling you. You're sitting here and saying, oh, we're going to die by North Korea in 10 days. Oh, really? Well, let's see what happens in 10 days because I can do YouTube vids every day, short or long. You decide. Point is, they're full of crap. I mean, think about it. A lot of you guys sit there and you hear this guy, right? And this guy turns around and says, "Oh, hi, my name is blah, blah, blah. You need to buy my crap, buy this radio, buy this radio." Really? So a nuclear war happens. How do you know the radios are going to work with an EMP blast around the country or the world? How do you know your radios are going to work? This guy turned around and used a radio-controlled tank. It was like a robot tank. And he moved it 1 meter forward, 1 meter backwards. And then they said, go ahead to 2 meters just to test it. And the radiation was so high, it destroyed the robot tank on the roof of Chernobyl. That's a true story. Think about it. Made from East Germany at the time. So what's that tell you about the preppers? If you have that much radiation and you can't even get a phone call out, what's the point?
Radiation destroys electronics.
Where are you headed? Taking them out?
I'm not taking them out. I took them out already.
So what are you doing then?
I'm just looking at some potatoes I'm going to cook tonight for tomorrow.
So I will do a poll soon on what I should have for dinner. But my point is, my point being is the American people need to look at these false lying YouTubers telling you to prep like crazy. I've given you the signs. I haven't said we're all going to die yet. I'm not forecasting it. I'm telling you like it is. You need to keep prepping. I mean, look, for all we know, okay, as a prepper, we could just be in another Cold War and they're just throwing crap at each other. But a lot of people sit there and say, oh, but Russia's using World War II tanks. Well, let them use World War II tanks. That's what the United States government is telling us they're doing. Think about it. Let me put it to you this way, okay? I want to tell you guys a secret about prepping, all right? A big secret. For you, the people that tune into my channel, what do you got to fear but prepping itself? Nothing. It's a safety net. A safety net. Most people, they said, oh, you're going to buy my radio. Really? So if I buy a radio and I turn it on, it takes AA batteries, and it's in a Faraday bag, and I'm tuning in, trying to listen to something, right? What if there's nothing? What if Higgins says, oh, yeah, Mom. Hello, Mom. How are you, Mom? Mom. Hello, Mom. And her mom, and the radiation's so thick that he can't communicate to her. He's just wasting $100 on radios. And then he pulls out his little ham radio. Mom. Doesn't work. Why? The radiation's destroyed everything. Maybe his radio won't work. Maybe he's sitting there buying radios, right? Has anyone ever thought about investing in a portable sump pump? I mean, think about it. Higgins was talking about a chainsaw the other day, right? Has anyone ever thought about buying a portable sump pump with hose or a submersible one? You can buy a portable sump pump, gas powered. Why? Because it's better to have a portable gas powered sump pump that can pump one out and then shoot the water out as long as you have an electricity. But, you can get an electrical one. You can buy one of these ones right here, portable water pump, 50 state approved right there. Put a hose in, put another hose in there, and it pumps the water out. 220 gallons per minute, okay? Think about it. 220 gallons per minute. Runs on gasoline right here. Why? Because maybe if you store away plenty of gasoline, I'm going to actually show you guys this because this is another prepping tool that I think you guys need to think about if you have a home. This might come in handy more so than stockpiling a lot of other things. Think about it. You have a basement, like Higgins, and he says, oh, the water might not work or might not, then basically spend $280 instead of a scanner. Buy one of those and then buy the hoses for it and hook it up. So if something does happen, as long as you have proper ventilation, you can pump out all the water in your basement before you have a problem. It's gas powered. But no, some people sit there and say, oh, well, it's a good idea, but good idea? A true prepper would think about a sump pump. Think about it. A true prepper would sit there. A non-true prepper who's basically using prepping as a tool to make money wouldn't even think of a sump pump. Why? because they don't think it's really good. I mean, look at that 208 cc, 7 horsepower sump pump. You can get a bigger one, but you can get pump plus suction. See? Why? Because these are what you need in case of a flood. You know, what if your gravity fed thing doesn't work? You see where I'm going with this, my friends? Oh, maybe not. But the point is, it's ideas like this that make my channel pretty well respectable due to the fact that people don't even think about this. They stockpile bottles and bottles of water and they hear some prepper tell them to get beans and rice. You can use your drinking water for freaking beans and rice and then basically wonder what you have to drink. You're going to sit there and, if you're in the desert, and drink sand because you're like, oh, sand. You can't drink sand. Think about it. I saw a thing on my cartoon president where they were drinking sand. Biden was drinking sand because he thought it was water, But my point is, for the love of you all, you guys got to think. I mean, I love all of you. You guys know this, but, you guys got to think for yourself at times. Think what you need. If you can think it, then you might need it. I mean, think about it. How many preppers out there think they need something? How many preppers think they need something? Think about it. As a prepper, you need to prep like your life depends on it. You guys come here and you want to hear I got emails this morning. What's the latest on the Chloe drama? There is none, except Chloe wants to be in a room going, that's it. I mean, literally, is that a crime? No, it's not a crime. But you know what? It's not a crime to basically sit there and say, oh, is Chloe a man in a dress? Yes. Is it a crime? No. It's my freedom of speech. Is it a hate crime? No. Did I commit any hate? No. I just said there, But you guys aren't going to get that today. You're getting prepping. Why? Because that's what we focus on. A lot of you come here and you're waiting for a drama thing. There is no drama. That's the thing. We got approximately 9 days till Chloe leaves, and Chloe's thinking of leaving between 3 and 7 days. Think about it. She leaves Monday, that's it. She leaves Friday, that's it. She's got to get well to come back here. Everyone knows this. But my point is I have never violated. I can speak my mind. I can tell every person there who's transgendered if I think they're a man in a dress. That's my God-given right. If I think all gay people are weirdos, that's my God-given right. But I don't say that. I have my own opinions. But the truth is in the pudding. It's my freedom of speech. But we're here today not to misinformation, but we're here to tell you that a sump pump, for example, will come in handy. A backup generator that runs on gasoline will come in handy because what if your computerized chipped car doesn't run, or your computerized chipped Jackery? You spend 140. Higgins is like, oh, I'm going to get a Jackery. Really? The Jackery only works on certain issues. You're going to walk outside, hook up a solar generator to a solar generator with a solar panel and hope like hell there's no radiation. I'm sorry. No, you basically need the Geiger meter before. Once you get the Geiger meter, you can basically plan accordingly for your prepping. I mean, think of it. If you sit there and you go and buy yourself a Jackery and they're like, oh, I got the panel and everything, I'm going to be great. And all of a sudden, you go outside not thinking about the Geiger meter, you're good as toast. I hope you bake and cook like a piece of toast because, frankly, that's what radiation does. It cooks you from the inside out, destroys your cells, does a lot of things. Thing is, do you really want to do it? You get the Geiger meter and the potassium iodide tablets, and then you prep like hell, afterwards. And then you know if you can go outside or inside. Now, will radiation go through windows? No one truly knows how much radiation will go anywhere. Has the nuclear bomb been thoroughly tested around its area to know if it goes through windows, go through wood, go through concrete, go through lead? Think about it. The truth's in the pudding, people. The truth nugget is they haven't tested enough. Remember what I said the other day for you guys when I told you about the Faraday bags? You buy a Faraday bag. What happens? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Or it could work. I mean, literally, someone says to me, the Faraday bag, it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Nope, nothing from grandma or the neighbors or nothing. So they sit there and they sell you a box of $6,000 and say, oh, it protects your electronics. Really? How many times has someone did an EMP to test these boxes and bags out? Think about it. You go out and you buy something that may or may not work. It could be like me turning around. Excuse me, I got to use the restroom real quick, but I want to tell you guys a little joke. I'm going to basically joke with Kane today and Higgins about this. It'd be like me turning around and selling you a all healing tonic, and saying that it's made with snake oil. And I'm the snake oil saleswoman, and I'm selling you something that may or may not work. I mean, think about it. I could tell you this product would work, but has there been any tests on it? Not pretty much. We don't know what radiation will do. We've only dropped 2 nuke bombs. Everything else, I mean, you have all these things. Not to mention that if we have an EMP, that would destroy our entire country's power grid anyways, which means we'd have reactors exploding. We have like 100 nuclear reactors around the country. The country would be radioactive anyways in those areas because we couldn't control or contain the radiation because we couldn't cool down the core. Think about it. Think about it. I mean, there's radioactive reactors that can do certain things, but if we don't have the water to cool the entire reactor, I mean, think of an EMP. It wipes out your entire power grid. It turns off your water, turns off your gas, turns off your everything. And what are you going to do then? You sit there and basically be funny and be like, oh, look, I'm going to read a book. I mean, trash can tightly thing is if it's a metal trash can, it may or may not work. I mean, look, Higgins asked a question. I'm going to go run to the bathroom, but let me just tell you from my own experience. If you have electronics, you might as well basically kiss them goodbye. Think of them as luxury items that they're disposable because if an EMP hits, it might just go straight through the plastic anyways. Nothing can be protective in it. Yeah, think about it. A lot of you preppers out there don't know this, but we don't know what will happen during an EMP attack or a nuclear attack because we all have speculations and theories. The scientists haven't tested it out in a suburban or urban area. It's all theories. It's like the Star Wars laser shooting down a nuclear missile and rocket. Hold on. I mean, look, we could sit here all day and all night talking about garbage cans, trash cans, prepping, etc. The thing is, everything is theorized. I mean, think about it. You sit here, okay? Let me tell you a prepping tool again. You could sit here like I do and watch documentaries, miniseries, and go, oh, this is really good. I should incorporate this story into my prepping channel. Yet someone says, oh, yeah, I know everything. Give me money. Give me super chats. I mean, I need your money. I got to live, and the people do. And then I don't ask for a dime. I tell it like it is. And yet you got a guy turning around and saying, oh, the government's going to penalize us for prepping. No, they won't. You know why? Because there won't be any government around if there's a nuclear war. That's the thing. He's telling you, oh, got to be prepared. They're going to prep. Really? Maybe where he lives, but where we live, There's nothing. The preppers need to feel safe. And yet all these idiots and douchebags turn around and they're posting crap about, what can and can't be done. I got to check the poll because I got another poll I want to set up for you guys real quick. So if we don't get this, I guess I'll see if anyone wants to do the dinner poll. See, look at this. 20 retailers collapsing right in front of us. I'm sorry to say, but I don't see it anywhere because I've looked everywhere. All right, so let's see. How many people? Yes, 2 votes. Okay, let's just end this. You know what, Higgins? You can be a complete asshole, but truthfully, I'll tell you like it is. The same thing applies to everything you own, including your freaking little hard drives you stack up. Nothing, no one. Thing is, the Russians and the North Koreans don't care if they wipe out everything you staved up for the last 30 years either. They don't care if an EMP hits your house and burns it down. They don't give a shit. So to me, this is where I tell you where to go. I mean, literally, if you want to cut out your TV, then get rid of your crap. Maybe you downsize. Anyone who wants to have a sale like Higgins should sell everything he has and just basically keep the money hidden. Because frankly, the thing is I haven't even bought a new mattress in 20 years. So technically that tells you I'm very frugal. So when he sits there and says new TV, doesn't matter. What matters is everything would be gone. That's the point. Point is I'm going to tell you guys something, another secret. Hold on. What should I have for dinner? That's good. I'm going to tell you guys something very important. 1, ramen. 2, mac and cheese and Spam. I'm going to give you 3, let's see, tomato soup. I think I have one other option, don't I? Let me think. Yeah. I guess not. Or bacon ranch suddenly salad. Yeah, 4. All right, there we go. Give me 4 choices again. So my point is well, it wouldn't matter to me. I wouldn't care. I got a combination safe that requires a key, and only a key and a combination. So for you preppers out there, pay attention. Higgins is trying to be a complete idiot right now. I love him dearly anyway, so I'm going to basically swipe back at the honey badger. Polar bear is fair, trying to make a point here. It doesn't matter. Okay, let me put it this way. As a prepper, I want to tell you the most important things in the world, okay? You don't need to worry about, you either are serious about prepping and you basically take a slow walk back on your purchases, or you turn around and you do prepping and what you need. I mean, think about it. Towels, that's medically necessary to keep clean. That's part of a prepping tool. Underwear and socks, prepping tools. Your EMP hits and your computer gets fried. Oh well. That means the breathing machines and the CPAP machines and everything else gets fried. A lot of people die. But nuclear war happens. There's a lot of people that aren't going to give a damn about the EMP after effect or the nuclear radiation, go outside looking for food, and they're going to die anyways because of stupidity. The true preppers know what they're looking for. Geiger meter. Your main thing is to invest in books, your prepping supplies, and you stay indoors. You see, he wants to sit there and say, "Oh, you're so dear." It doesn't matter about the 75-inch people. What matters is what I'm saying is the truth. The matter is he wants to just poke people because of it. You know what? When you don't trust the government and you don't trust the government, but you think you're fucking entitled, then you shouldn't be getting fucking paid. I wouldn't give any fucking person who doesn't trust the government a damn paycheck. I wouldn't even give them any fucking money. You see, Government here is here to a point, but if a nuclear war or EMP attacks, they'll be in a bunker. You're not going to see them. So that's the truth. Faraday bags, we don't know if they work. Garbage can method, we don't know if it works. But what I'm here to tell you is you can live comfortably in your house while prepping and not worry about anything. And then if you do buy a 75-inch TV, which could or could not be done, then you're doing pretty well. Because frankly, you use what you have comfortably until it goes away. That's what life's about. And if you have the mindset that your TV will fail at any given time due to the fact that it's old or EMP shorts it out, that's fine and dandy too. I mean, think of it. EMP is going to short out your jackery. The EMP is going to short out everything that's electronic. That means your even little hand walkie-talkies are going to be fried. Why? Because you don't know, and people can't trust a Faraday bag to protect their damn electronics. I mean, literally. Why do you think I chose a $20 phone, huh? Because if it gets fried, oh well, it's done. Zipped. But if I buy a $800 Christmas TV for Christmas for myself, or you guys donate me one, my point is, and I'm not asking for a donation for TV. I do have a donation link in the About Me page, but my point is think about it, my fellow preppers. Anything with electronic could be fried out. Why? Because it happens. Fortunately, you guys, of course, like Higgins thinks, oh, you're something to say he wants to be a smartass. Thing is the truth is you need to basically be comfortable. So if you sit there, right, let me tell you something the other day. EMP comes, wipes out your bank accounts, wipes out your registry, wipes out everything, including your house taxes. Higgins would like that. Then, you hear someone say, cash is king. Really? A nuclear attack happened and an EMP went right afterwards and wiped out everything. And the bombs were flying. Let me just put it this way. And you think, oh, I don't have to pay taxes anymore. So what happens then? I'll tell you. The point is being funny here. Everything gets wiped out, but cash ain't king because no one can go out in a nuclear radioactive area without a Geiger meter to find out if the groceries are contaminated. By the way, people are going to first rush to the grocery stores after a nuclear attack and try to get food, even in a radioactive area. The wind travels. I've said this time and time again. Wind travels, you all die. When the wind travels, you all die. So the Geiger meter is one of the devices that you have to hide and make sure it doesn't get damaged. Otherwise, you're all screwed. Oh, well, you know what? I don't care what the government does. You know why? Because there's only one person here that hates the government, I think, and that's Mr. Higgins. Because think about it. Don't trust the government, hates the government. Government wants to take away incandescent light bulbs. Oh, well, you know what? Incandescents? I don't know if incandescents uses more power or less power. The LED lights up here are 60 watts. The LED lights around the other places of the apartments are equivalent to 40 watts. Chloe bought a 2-pack the other day that was like 12 watts of power, equivalent to 40 watts. So to me, saves money on this. But you know what? Someone wants to bitch about it. Let's bitch about something else. They took away my pocket TVs. They took away my portable TVs. They took away my cell phones in a bag. That's more important to me than the fucking light bulb situation. I mean, think about it, preppers. A bag phone, if properly stored properly, during an EMP would probably last and you can make phone calls, but they took away that analog technology, which they had their own reasons for, and then they got rid of a lot of television channels and over the air. So, you want to sit there and say, oh, my incandescent light bulbs. Yeah, well, as a prepper, I don't really give two shits about incandescent light bulbs. I give two shits about where to get my light, which is a little lantern, and AA batteries. Now, I can get a lantern that takes one of those big LED lanterns that take the lantern batteries that last like 500 hours on 2 batteries. That means you just got to buy the lantern batteries in the bulk, which, by the way, do they sell lantern batteries in the bulk? Here we go. One pack, 2 packs, so $10 for 2. 6-pack right there for $35. You see. I mean, literally, you want 6 volts, right? Those are the old 6 volts. 6-volt batteries. See, look at this. You can buy 1, you can buy 2, you can buy 6. Here we go, 12-pack right there for $54. That'll last you a long time. See? I mean, literally. Now, I don't know what an EMT would do with a battery. Maybe they explode. I have no clue. Duracell 12-pack of 9 volts. These are 9 volts. I don't want 9 volts. I wanted freaking 6 volts. So I guess the best 6 volts on the market for bulk is do they even sell Amazon those, or does it? I can't. Here we go. The Ever Ready. The Black Cat Every Ready. There we go. General purpose 12-pack of. These are AA batteries, you shitbirds. It says AA's, but I was looking for 12-pack. No, I wanted. This says 12. The number of batteries 12. 12 AA batteries. I'm sorry, but these aren't ever AA batteries. I wanted freaking 6 volt. These are just showing 6 volts, but they're not 6 volts. I mean, literally, general purpose. Here's a 3-pack. Wanted something more than that. Maybe a 6. I guess they sell 3 packs only. So the bottom line is for all of you out there is you got to prep for that, I don't care if they have computer chips in them. Some of them don't. Some of them basically, if they do have it, they do have it. Doesn't matter to me. See, and I always worried about his light bulbs. First, I don't care. And that's the thing. You can use a little lantern or a multi-lantern as long as there's, whatever, and you use them. I mean, literally. Now, if you have an LED lantern, it might have a computer chip in it, but you know what? You got to try, okay? As a prepper, you need to try. And if you're really worried about computer chips in your lanterns, Google it. Figure it out. And the American people need to realize that, they don't care about light bulbs. The other thing you got to worry about is if you're using candles, you're going to have to basically make sure you don't have a gas line that's basically leaked. So that's why I tell you guys buy a tool set, which reminds me. Let me check on something anyways. Here we go. There we go. Can I actually see? Can you actually buy from this place? Because if you can, I want to. There we go. Yeah, sweet. Can you actually buy from them? Florida. I guess you can't. Oh, well, that's cool. I was hoping for something bigger. Just to see, Hey, this sucks. I'm on page 4 or page 2 and it didn't load. I went to page 2. Apparently didn't want to load page 2. Is there a search button here? Damn son of a bitch. No search button. Oh, yeah, there is. Let's just do this. There we go. Okay, so there's 18 things to look at. Cool. So apparently they don't have it anymore. So I guess they don't. Let's see. This is so they cut down again figures. Oh, here we go. 268, 232, 227. Maybe if I do this. No, won't load. I'll just go over to Ace real quick because Ace is easier to figure it out. Might be more money, but at least Ace works, right? A lot of you guys got to learn prepping lingo so you can basically go to different places. So what I'm going to do is put this in. Mm-hmm. There we go. Click. Yeah, hide unavailable, and then what's available here. Mm-hmm. And then go. Let's see. They have how many is available? 253 items there. Yeah. Okay, so then maybe we can do this. That will cut it down big time. I'll hide a low because I want to see what this is. 54 items in stock only at my store. There we go. That cuts it down to 16. Sweet. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. There you have it. You see, you can always find it somewhere else if you don't know what you're doing. Buy it, pick it up. You're good to go. Yuppers. Yeah. Chicken nuggets? What about chicken nuggets? Oh, he's making himself another thing of chicken nuggets. Yeah, that's good to know. Heart attack food. So basically, you're right, Kane. Yeah. LED light bulb costs more, but they last a lot longer. Apparently, I mean, I used to have these spiral doodad light bulbs. Before they went to LED, they had those ones that had like compressed gas in them. That they're little coil ones, the coil lights. Let's call them coil lights. Anyways, as a prepper, I went to change them out in the ceiling fan, and the coil lights exploded. So basically, because of the vibrations of the ceiling fan, the thing just exploded. I was trying to say if an EP goes on zaps all the LED bulbs, the nation will be in dark. Well, you know what? That's why I'm here to prep you guys. That's the thing, Higgins. But no one wants to listen. The point is, no one wants to listen to my prepping expertise because, frankly, I've done more research than most people. And that's why I'm telling you guys, you want to have running water, you want to have electricity, you want to have internet, you want to have cell phone, you want to have hand radios, you want to have anything. Mm-hmm. Now give me 1 second. I'm going to use the restroom. You guys keep commenting. So, what are we watching? I'll check the channel in a second. I got a comment here. Okay, so as a prepper, I want to get out of here eventually, but I need to check on the timestamp for another TV. I already know what's going to happen, That's why, people aren't listening. They say Higgins has his own little world he lives in. Okay, I'm just poking fun at the honey badger. But truthfully, look, if an EMP or nuclear attack goes off, people will not be basically working factories. Factories will not be producing food. Farmers won't be producing food, except for the family, as long as the cows aren't contaminated. And it goes on and on and on. Nothing will get done. So as a prepper, you must take that into accountability. Nuclear war happens. Let's put it to you this way. It's every man, woman, and child for themselves. Trust me. You'll be thinking about your own family. There's going to be millions and millions of deaths because they didn't prep. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so I want to look up something I was watching. I was watching 2 episodes last night. They didn't give me episode 3 yet because 3 isn't out yet. So 3 comes out May. Oh no! So I gotta wait for episode 3, 4, and 5. Yeah. So there you go. But anyways, I just want to say, for all of you, you need to think about, Mm-hmm. Yeah, but even so, Higgins is wrong about the incandescents because if the EMP wiped out a power grid, our nuclear power plants would explode. No cooling systems. We'd have either 14 days or 30 days of uranium rods to power our nuclear power plants. Power grid would be down. The banking system would be down. The grocery stores would be down. The entire country would be in the dark. So anyway, look at it. Incandescent light bulbs would not work because if the power grid went completely down, you know, that's why a lot of people email me and say, well, what about lanterns? You can buy fuel lanterns, but did you know a kerosene lantern is very expensive? Paying like $120 for a kerosene lantern. You'd have to have a place to carry and power your kerosene. Now you can buy kerosene lamps, but you have to have a window to crack it open so you don't have fumes through your house because, and the carbon monoxide detectors, if you have them, which is mandatory in houses, would be going off. So again, unless the EMP wiped it out, then you'd have to have a special battery powered, which again would be probably fried out for carbon monoxide. So that's why you have to be careful what you do. This is why I keep telling you guys, if there's a nuclear attack or a EMP, you won't be able to cook your foods. That's why I keep telling you to get bottled water and a canned food. Those are your 2 main priorities. And you don't want beans, you don't want rice. Now you can buy cases and cases of beans, but they got so many preservatives, you got to eat them up really quickly. So again, you have to look at what you're willing to do to prepare for your family. No, honestly, I don't know anything about long-term storage of batteries. Sorry to say it, But my point is you as in preppers need to keep prepping. So as a person, you need to, think about what does he say? Think smaller. I plan on the edge of a river with a paddle wheel to generate power. I'm not thinking big like a nuclear plant. Yeah, but you know what? Those water paddle wheels that Higgins is talking about that he's just going to go magically build in his area because there's a river nearby. He'd have to get a permission from the EPA and all this stuff. What's he going to do? Just go build one because he needs electricity for his gizmos? Think about it. The main thing is a paddle wheel doesn't matter. Hydroelectric dams won't work either. The power grid would be completely shut off. And think of it this way: if you have a sewage treatment plant, that would be taken down. Your garbage would be piling up. Everything would be happening for a reason. You'd be inviting vermins. You'd be inviting anything in, The thing is, you got to think outside the box. You have to use your imagination and think as a prepper what would happen. A lot of these preppers, they don't talk about on YouTube about all your service is failing. You get up in the morning. What if you were sleeping all night and you woke up and your TV ain't working? Oh, power outage. Okay. And then you pull your portable scanner out and it doesn't come on. And you're like, oh. And then you realize, did I charge it? Oh, yeah. So then you change the batteries. It doesn't work. And you're like, oh, an EMP hit it. Okay. Then you just go along and you basically say, okay, with no internet, no news, you won't know if you've been attacked with a nuclear attack or not. So that's another reason why you have to have backups of stuff. The country's not going to rebuild itself. Trust me, people. The country won't rebuild itself because there's nothing left of the fucking country. I mean, think of it. Tildore's 50% right. If there's a nuclear attack, the country would be completely radioactive for a couple hundred years, leaving no one to rebuild, which means most of us will die anyways, even if we prepped, because most people don't realize they're not going to rebuild the damn country. And without computers and without money, what are we going to do about it? You think he may live in a world where he's got faith, but a lot of people don't have that luxury. Think about it. Technology is what's going to kill this country. Even Tildor knows this. And a blue wave's not going to help, or a red wave. It ain't going to save anything. The truth of the matter is you can't rebuild a country that has no money. And if the entire world's been radioactive, your best bet is to either prep or go south of the equator, where a lot of these other countries won't allow, where you can live, where they won't, but the wind could carry radioactivity down there. But rebuilding, there ain't going to be any money to rebuild. That's the other thing. This country is bankrupt, and that is not a misinformation thing. Think about it. Everyone is worried about other political crap. Think about it, Troubled mind? My mind ain't troubled. Trust me, I'm actually a realist here. So go enjoy your heart attack infused chicken nuggets. So the point I'm trying to make is they're not going to rebuild this country because there's not going to be any money. They're ain't going to raise the debt ceiling. Our nukes are all going to be used. Everyone's going to be dying. Thing is, might be rebuilt after we're all dead. That I'll guarantee you as a realist. So, but the thing is, you must prepare for the worst. That is what I'm trying to say. Now, excuse me, I need to check on something because I'm thinking of watching some stuff tonight on TV on a subject because what I'm trying to tell you. I'm seeing that. There's some I want to see what's available, and there's a lot of different channels here, and I want to watch them all eventually, because I, for one, there we go. Is there any more? Nope. Oh yeah, there might be more. Whoa, wait a minute. I don't want to see this. I just went to, here we go. Ah, yes, here we go. Nope. Okay, cool. This is on Pluto. It doesn't say how long it is. This is on Prime. It's $2.99. Ain't renting that. This is on Tubi. That seems cool. And Peacock. This is on Hulu. Philo, nah. Spectrum, forget it. Prime Video, forget it. Canopy, ain't gonna do that. Higgins tried to con me into doing it. Canopy and found out my library doesn't use Canopy, So point is you gotta prep for the worst. And you need to think about what's gonna happen for you guys. So to me, the thing is there's too many people living where they either want to die. Remember, there was a prepper the other day who commented a couple months ago, Secret Fox, I think, who said they're giving up the fight because they weren't real preppers. They were weekend warriors, posers. Prepping isn't about how many items you have. It's a discipline and mindset. 90% of YouTube preppers are not preppers at all. They are hoarders and not living in reality. So, something that's the truth. Oh, yeah, I need to check on my dinner choice tonight. What do you guys choose? So, because of time schedule, and I want to watch some TV, and Chloe wants to do dinner, I'm going to check my comments, and then I may be back tomorrow. But for you preppers out there, I want to check something out. Oh, bacon and suddenly salad was 80 votes. Great. All right. Well, you guys made the decision. So it's just in the poll. Higgins deleted his comments again. Higgins, thank God I can see this. I'm going to post this here for you all. See, Higgins deleted all his comments again. He's afraid the government's going to nail him in 10 years for whatever he says because he's afraid of the government. Good night, troubled mind. Well, good night and sleep well then. See you later. Hey, Dents, I'm thinking about the country slowly rebuilding itself. I'm not thinking about myself and power. Well, there's too many people out there not thinking about anything but themselves. In a prepping situation, they're going to only think about themselves. They're not going to think about anyone else but themselves. But the question is, will we come to nuclear attack? No one knows. To me, it could be just a Cold War 2. So point is at least I could share that. So you guys, of course, know that I need to get going anyways because I want to watch some TV now. But hopefully tomorrow's prepping edition will be better for Saturday because, frankly, it is what it is. Or I might take the weekend off from YouTube videos and enjoy watching video game reviews until Chloe leaves. I don't know what I've decided, but I got to take a break eventually. But, today we're focused mostly on prepping. Just remember, if you want to get your prepping supplies, make sure the Dow Jones is down before you buy so you can get a better deal. So, he says good night. Yeah, well, thing about Higgins is, the thing is, I like poking fun at the honey badger, but, thing is, realistically, we don't know what's going to happen here. You can subscribe to every prepper on YouTube and only watch prepping videos, and you're going to find everyone's basically talking different stuff. But with me, I'm a realist. I tell you exactly what it is, how it's going to play out, etc. Yeah, so just take it one day at a time, people. In the meantime, Higgins says good night, so I'm going to say the same because, Kane's gone, Higgins is gone, and I can leave. Because, even though we have 3 people visiting, you guys have a good enough video for tonight that if you guys have any questions or comments, you can always send it to me at sanjuanislandprepper@yahoo.com or sanjuanislandprepper@aol.com. My About Me page has all the information you need. Check out my podcast, too. I haven't updated in a while. I do enjoy podcasts, too, for people that want to listen to me while in their car. Otherwise, I just want to say for the record, you guys have a great day. Keep on prepping and think about what I said. You need to prep for the worst and hope for the best. That's the truth I can tell you. If you don't prep, and something happens, well, then you can think about all those times that you were prepping or not prepping, listening to people like us and crackpots, and then you guys are going to heaven early. So, it all depends on you, what your mindset is for preparing and stuff. Now, I forgot to tell you the other prepping items that I was going to buy. You know what Chloe leaves: steam cleaner, towels, doggy poop bags. Hey, Mop Mop. Hey, he's looking at me. Look at him. He's so cute sitting in the chair. Doggy poop bags. And then other prepping items like garbage bags, toilet paper, paper towels, restocking stuff, getting it prepped, because we don't know what's going to happen between July and September. We can run out of money in May. Right now we're paying our bills, but no one's talking. They think each party's going to basically raise the debt ceiling, and yet they're not. So that could basically be the black swan, and then the U.S. dollar collapses, and then we all have digital currencies. Think about it. You have to prep for that too. Banking collapse, nuclear war, EMP, and natural disasters. Your main prepping point is natural disasters, what falls in place. But, when it comes to prepping, I also got to get a new chair, and I got to get one of those little roller mat thingies. And in the end, everything will fall into place nicely. So, with that said, everyone, thanks for watching. I'm going to go watch some TV now. Some prepping TV, I guess you could call it. So, anyways, for all of you, just think about it. What are you focusing on after the prepping thing? That's a good question right there. You should ask yourself, what are you going to be prepping afterwards? Higgins, of course, wants to prep and have rebuild country. But how do you rebuild a country, everyone, when every most 90% of cars are computerized? Gas stations aren't pumping gas. And water plant desalinization and regular water plants aren't producing water, and there's no electricity. We think we're going to go back to primitive ways? Maybe we'll all basically buy manual drills and drill holes in the wall for wells. I mean, think about it. You got to think outside the box. What do you look at? And that's a good question. What do you look for? Please post comments down below. What do you look for in rebuilding? That's a good question. Me? I live on an island, so I might be stuck here the rest of my life. But will the power grid be restored? Highly unlikely. Unless they focus on power, water. The government comes in and says, well, we're going to restore water, power, and natural gas. And then you can see what the government's up to. And then think about that. What is the government going to focus on? Are they going to focus on the power first so the power can pump in your water? Yes. Are they going to basically have the power set so they can pump your gas in? Yes. And your natural gas and your gasoline, diesel? Yes. Are they going to get the power restored so the sewage treatment plants and the garbage collectors can do things? Yes. So, in the end, you got to ask yourself, what's your name? So, all right, everyone. So, just think about that. In the meantime, I'm out. So, please add, subscribe, please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion, hit the like, subscribe button so it's fun for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs, your service bunnies. Hit the bell notification, thumbs up button, subscribe button, keep the comments nice, all we ask. And God bless you in everything you do.